أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ما كان لبشر أن يؤتيه الله الكتاب والحكم والنبوة ثم يقول للناس كونوا عبادا لي من دون الله ولكن كونوا ربانيين بما كنتم تعلمون الكتاب وبما كنتم تدرسون ولا يأمركم أن تتخذوا الملائكة والنبيين أربابا أيأمركم بالكفر بعد إذ أنتم مسلمون. صدق الله العظيم. This is verse number 79 and 80 of Surah Al-Imran. In previous verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stated that there are some people among the people of the book, they distort the book, meaning Torah, while they read it, in order to deceive the people that this is from the book. This is the part of the book, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rejected them that no, this is not from the book. And even they say to the people that this is from Allah. So again Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rejected them that no, this which they say it is not from Allah, but they tell lie about Allah knowingly. Now in this present verse Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that it is not possible for a man or for a human being to whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives the book and the wisdom and the prophethood, then he starts saying to the people that be my worshippers instead of Allah. But no, instead he will say to the people that be Rabbaniyin, the men of the Lord, as you have been teaching the book and as you have learning it. So actually this verse was revealed during the presence of the deputation from Najran, that some Jews and Christians had said, O Muhammad sallam, do you want us to worship you the way Christians worship Jesus, son of Mary? So then Muhammad sallam said that I seek refuge with Allah that we worship someone other than Allah or call on others to do so, and said that Allah Almighty has not sent us, meaning the prophets, to do that. So they demanded from the Holy Prophet ﷺ that if he wished so we will worship him as the Christians worship Jesus Christ. So the Holy Prophet ﷺ rejected this opinion and said that no, prophets are not sent to do so. So thereupon this verse was revealed. So it means that all the prophets called on people to do worship Allah, and prophets are free from mistakes or from errors. So this verse implies that a person whom Allah invests with the book, the wisdom and the power of making decisions, and Allah places him on the great station of prophethood, then he should be always faithful to his mission. When he communicates the divine message to the people and when he calls on them to become his faithful servants. So it is not possible for such person, like for a prophet, to move people away from the worship of only one God, and he starts asking them to become his own worshippers or the worshippers of some other creatures. So a prophet can never do this. If so, so this would mean that the one whom Allah had sent as his messenger did not in fact deserve this designation. So, like we see in this world, that any government, when appoint someone to an office of responsibility, so every government always takes two factors into consideration. Number one, does the incumbent have the ability to comprehend and to execute government policy? The second factor is that how far can he be expected to execute government directives and to hold its subjects in a stable stance of loyalty. No king or parliament would ever appoint someone as its representative or ambassador about whom there exists the least doubt of indulging in anti government activity or deviation from its policy or directives. Yes, it is possible that the government may have failed to make a correct assessment of a person's ability or loyalty. But with Allah, even that element of doubt does not exist. If Allah knows about a man that he would not exceed, he would not overstep the bounds of loyalty and obedience to Him, even in the slightest degree, then it is impossible that he could later on prove to be contrary to that assessment. Otherwise, it would mean that the divine knowledge is defective. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appoints a person as his messenger, so messenger is an ambassador between the people and Allah. So Allah knows him correctly that he is a loyal and he is a faithful. So if he would do anything against the message of Allah, it would mean that Allah did not know him correctly. So no, Allah has the complete knowledge of everything. So from here, the question of ismat, infallibility of the prophets, becomes clear. Infallibility means that the quality of being not making any mistake. Prophets are innocent people. They are free from even from minor sins. So if the prophets are free of minor sins, so how can the probability of doing shirk? Shirk is the major sin. So, or it is impossible from the prophet to make revolt against Allah. So these are impossible things. So in this there is the necessary refutation of the Christians who claimed that it was Masih Isa alayhi salam who asked them to have belief in his sonship or Godhead. So in this verse Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rejected the Christians' claim. They said that Isa alayhi salam said us that to worship Isa alayhi salam. So no, they are wrong in their claim. Also chastised in this verse were the Muslims who had come to the Holy Prophet ﷺ one day trying to find out if it was all right for them to prostrate before him rather than greet him with the usual salam. So the Holy Prophet ﷺ said that no, it is not allowed for anyone to prostrate before anyone. And he added that if it was allowed for anyone, so it would be allowed for a wife to prostrate before his husband. It means that the husband has very high great right over the wife. So Allah, the Holy Prophet ﷺ did not allow them to do so. And the another also admonished were the people of the book who had invested their rabbis and monks with the station of God. So there are a lot of people, they consider their religious scholars or their, like the rabbis or monks, and they sometimes do which are usually done for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rejected all these possibilities which create any doubt. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that it is not possible for a human being to whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives the book and the wisdom and the prophethood, then he starts saying to the people that be my worshippers or the worshippers of the other creature. No, but he rather he will say to the people that be men of the Lord, meaning be men of the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because you are teaching the book and you are studying the book, because whoever teaches the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and whoever studies the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so then uh, he will become the man of Allah, he will be pious person. And also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that it is not possible for him that he bids, he orders you people to hold the angels or the prophets as lords. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in a form of question that shall he bid you to disbelieve after you are having become Muslims, meaning that how it is possible for a prophet to say to the people that take the angels or take the prophet as Lord. So no, it is impossible, because if he will order so it means he orders you to disbelieve in Allah, while you have accepted Islam, while you have submitted to Allah's will. So this is the summary and the explanation of these two verses. These two verses. Ma kana li basharin. Ma kana, it is not. Li basharin, for a man. Meaning it is not possible for a man. So we can add the word possible. It is not for a man, meaning it is not possible for a man an yu'tiyahu Allahu al-kitaba, that Allah gives him the book, wal hukma, and the wisdom, wal nubuwata, and the prophethood, thumma, then, yaqulu linnas, he start saying to the people, kunu ibadalli, be my worshippers, min dunillah, aside from Allah, walakin, rather, kunu, be, meaning rather he would say kunu, be rabbaniyin, men of the Lord, bima kuntum tuallimun al-kitaba, as you have been teaching the book, wa bima kuntum tadrusun, and as you have been studying it, or as you have been learning it, wala ya'murakum, nor is it, meaning nor is it possible for him, and that an tattakhidul malaikata, then he bids you to hold al malaikata, the angels, wan nabiyyin, and the prophets, arbaban, as lords. Ayamurukum bil kufri, shall he bid you to disbelieve, ba'da id antum muslimun, after you are having become Muslims. Again, ma kana li basharin, it is not for a man, meaning it is not possible for a man an yu'tiyahu Allahu al-kitaba, that Allah gives him the book, wal hukma, and the wisdom, wal nubuwata, and the prophethood. Thumma yaqula linnas, then he starts saying linnasi, to the people, kunu ibadalli, be my worshippers, min dunillah, aside from Allah, walakin, but, or rather, kunu, meaning kunu means be, but we consider before this sentence rather he would say kunu, be rabbaniyin, men of the Lord, bima kuntum tuallimun al-kitaba, as you have been teaching al-kitaba, the book, wa bima kuntum tadrusun, and as you have been studied it, wala ya'murakum, nor is it possible for him أن تتخذوا الملائكة, that he bids you to hold al-malaikata, the angels, والنبيين, and the prophets, arbaban, as lords. أيأمركم بالكفر, shall he bid you بالكفر, to disbelieve, بعد إذ أنتم مسلمون, after you are having become Muslims. Ma kana, ma meaning not, kana it was not, or it is not, libasharin, for a man, for a human being, meaning possible, it is not possible. An yu'tiya, an that, yu'tiyahu, hullahu, Allah gives, an yu'tiya gives, who him, that Allah gives him, al-kitaba, the book, wal-hukma, and the wisdom, wal-nubuwata, and the prophethood. Thumma, then, yaqulu, he says, or he starts saying, linnasi, to the people, kunu, be, O people, ibadan, my ibadan, worshippers, li, my worshippers, min dunillah, aside from Allah, min dun, apart from Allah, except Allah, walakin, but, or rather, kunu, be, but we will consider, but rather he would say, kunu, be, O you people, rabbaniyin, the men of the Lord. Rabbaniyin is the plural form of Rabbani. Rabbani, a person who worship Allah, who is the man of a Lord, men of the Lord. Rabbaniyin, be men of the Lord. Bima kuntum, is tuallimuna, is you have been teaching, tuallimun, teaching, al-kitaba, the book, wa bima kuntum tadrusun, and as you have been learning it, or tadrusun, as you have been studying it. Because if someone teaches a book or study a book, so it will give him benefit, it will leave any impact on him. Wala ya'murakum, wala ya'murakum, and nor is it possible for him, wala ya'murakum, that he bids you to an tattakhidul malaikata, to hold, an tattakhidu, to hold the angels, al malaikata, wan nabiyyin, and the prophets, arbaban, as lords. Aya'murukum bil kufri, shall he bid you to disbelieve, ba'da idh antum muslimun, after you are having become Muslims? So no, meaning he will not bid you to disbelieve after you are having become Muslims. Again, ma kana li basharin, it is not for a man, meaning it is not possible for a man, for a human being, ayyutiyahu Allahu al-kitaba, that Allah gives him the book, wal hukma, and the wisdom, wan nubuwata, and the prophethood. Meaning when Allah gives book, wisdom, and prophethood to someone, then even it is not possible for him to say to the people that be my worshippers, because Allah knows that he is not like this. Thumma yaqul, then he starts saying, linnasi, to the people, kunu, be, ibadan li, my worshippers. Ibad, worshippers, li, or ibad means my servants. Servant means like the worshippers. Min dunillah, aside from Allah. Walakin kunu, but, or rather, kunu, he would say, kunu, be, rabbaniyin, men of the Lord. Bima kuntum tuallimuna, as you have been teaching, al-kitaba, the book, wa bima kuntum tadrusun, and as you have been studying it, wala ya'murakum, and he will not bid you an tattakhidu, to hold al malaikata, the angels, or nor is it possible for him that he bids you an tattakhidu, to hold al malaikata, the angels, wan nabiyyin, and the prophets, arbaban, as lords. Arbab is the plural form of Rabb. Rabb, Lord, arbab, lords. Aya'murukum bil kufri, shall he bid you to disbelieve? Aya'muru, shall he bid, kum, you, bil kufri, to disbelieve, ba'da, after, idh antum muslimun, you are having become Muslims.